So in previous session, we completed few settings related to materials management. And we thought we'll do next the material ledger settings. Before doing material ledger settings, let's try with the currency types. And again, we'll try to create the versions which are required for two more valuations. One is group valuation and another one is profit center valuation. But last time we are unable to create. So first we'll create the currency types and then we'll try the versions. Will it allow? If not, then we can create the first material ledger settings and then we can try. So here in S4, we have the same step to create your ledgers and also to do any settings related to the currency types. So this will get it as a defined settings for ledgers and currency types. For this, you can use T code FINSC underscore ledger. Here different folders are there. By default, system is going to ledger. This we can do step by step from starting. Number one, currency types. Now let us see what are the currency types we need because of the parallel valuation. We are doing profit center valuation in local currency and group valuation in group currency. So due to that, we need a currency type 12 and we need a currency type 31. So first here at currency types level, this is not currency type which is given by standard SAP by default, right? So the 12 and 31 we need to create it. Here 12 is there. Assume if it is not there, maybe we need to create it. Go to new entries button and then we need to create the currency type 12. It is there already and we can give description whatever we want, and profit center valuation is there, someone is date, and currency type 10, and is it company code specific conversion. If you select this checkbox, at company code level we need to maintain this is specific to only company code. And next to 31, this is group currency group valuation, and here it is there. Let me see exact line. 31 we need, right? Here it's selected as a company code specific conversion. If I remove, this will be the global currency it will become. Means it can be used by anyone. But I can see we are getting message don't make any changes to the SAP entry. Maybe is it by default came? If yes, I am not making changes. We'll see. Fine, we have 12 and 31. And we are not using in currency and valuation profile currency type 11. But still, if you want, we can create 11 also. And 32 is not there. But still, if we want 32, the 32 also can be created. This is fine. And now, for us, 12 is the global conversion we need to maintain. And for 31, we need to maintain company code conversion, because here you can see it is a company code specific. Means whenever you are converting from one currency to other currency, the conversion settings, whatever we maintained, that is at global level. That is common for all company codes. If you don't select this checkbox, if you select company code specific conversion I need for this currency type, then for each and every company code level, we need to maintain conversion settings. Okay, so once we decided find currency types, maybe later we will come back, and with respect to, we told 10 currencies we can maintain, right? So with that concept, we can create our own currency types later. And now double click on global currency conversion settings. So here for currency type 11, we don't have anything. Click on new entries button, and you can go to drop down button. For example, the 31, which is a company code specific conversion, that's why that is not appearing. But 12, company code currency profit center valuation, is a global conversion setting. That way we can see under global conversion settings the 12 currency type. So for us we need a 12. First maintain for 12. This is INR. And from where you want to convert, from company code currency itself, exchange rate type which you want to use, M, translation date type, we will take translation date. That's all. Either if you want to translate directly from document currency to company code currency, that also we can give. So whatever the currency you are using while posting a document, that currency we are calling it as a document currency or transaction currency. So whenever we are talking with currencies, you should have a clarity, otherwise we will get confused. The document currency or transaction currency, both are same. The currency which is using while posting document, that currency is called document currency or transaction currency. For example, in your company code IN10, your company code currency is INR. This company code currency we can call it as a local currency also. Then if you are posting document INR, then your document currency is INR and company code currency also INR. But I am posting document in USD, then my document currency is USD, but company code currency is INR. So like that, in which currency you are posting a document, that currency is called document currency or transaction currency for that document with respect to the document. This is identified by 00 in standard SAP. This is identified by 10. Save it. And then this is currency conversion settings for company code specific. If any currency is maintained as I want the conversion, like for example we are saying from document currency I want to translate into 12, and by using M exchange rate type and based on the translation date. The same like this, maybe in one document, so in one company code I want to use exchange rate type M, in another company code I want to use exchange rate type P. In those cases, whenever you are defining your currency type, you need to choose whether you want global conversion settings or whether you want company code specific conversion settings. Let's go to company code conversion settings. And here the company code for us is IN10 and 30 is their group currency, and that group currency is coming or from translating directly from the source currency type, that is transaction or document currency. This is fine. And now we need to maintain one more currency, right, for group valuation purpose. What is that required? 31. So we don't have here 31. Click on new entries and maintain company code currency. Company code is IN10 and currency type for group valuation, whatever we required, that is still we are not getting here. That is 31. First, let me maintain company code specific settings for ledger, and then we'll see will it appear. Go to ledger 0L, and still our company code is not appearing here. We may not get, I think it will throw the error message, or we'll see. Okay, it's accepted. 30 and 31. Fine, now we'll see one time. Maintain versions, will it allow or not? You can create the CO versions as usual in the controlling module. Last time what we have seen in KEQ transaction code, or here also you can try. Now this one. Let's go to the scene. So last time we created, but system is thrown us this not allowed for group valuation. Maybe again I am putting V12. This is for profit center valuation. Plan is not required. Actual, variance, everything. This also can be used. Press enter. Save it. Select version and double click on controlling area settings. We created a controlling area as IN10. Transfer. And here the 0 already we are using for legal valuation, and V12 we want to use for profit center valuation. Select profit center valuation and then check valuation before saving. If is there any error, then we can check through valuation what is the error message. For legal valuation we have version 0. For group valuation nothing is there. Profit center valuation also nothing is there. Assign one version to each valuation. Activate the actual indicator and enter your valuation. Yes, that only we did. Now it's took. So profit center valuation it is taking as a V12. That's fine. Save it. But still we have error. Valuation in controlling IN10 is inconsistent. Maybe let us try both at the same time. Here it is accepting for group valuation, but I think whenever we save, we'll get error message still. Fine. Let's try with another check. So once assume we have created the versions maybe successfully, and then we have created material ledgers, then we need to activate through this step multiple valuation approaches. Whatever we are doing, that whether do we have everything in consistency? If yes, we can go and activate. So here let's try to check for our controlling area what is the issue. Give your controlling area IN10, and if you have everything is fine, then you can go and activate it, the currency and valuation profile which we created. Before that, let's check no leading ledger found. So this is the problem actually why system is not allowing for us. Due to that, it is not taking the currency. That's the problem. By default, I think it should take to the 0L ledger. Hmm. Only the profit center accounting is not showing, is not there for us. It is showing like that. I think now it's assigned. Maybe once we maintained currency settings for the company code, now I can see here. Remember last time we are not able to see here the company code IN10. I think we are not able to see 1000 also. This 1000 also now it's appearing automatically. It came. Now only the problem is the profit center accounting is saying it's not activated, even though the document splitting is active. Now you can see that the document splitting specifically we didn't activate it, but by default it is activated in S4 system. And we can try with the controlling. So maybe this you can check. Still we have errors at maintain CO version level. Now to know why system is not accepting, then you can check multiple valuation approaches. Whatever we are doing, that configuration, everything is consistent or not. You can check, or maybe you can make it active through transaction code 8KEP. Here you can go and check. We will get some clue what is the problem, the actual to getting the error message. Right now in our case, it is showing that the ledger 0L is not assigned to one thing. And second, for that again, the profit center accounting is not activated, even though there is a new GLR document splitting is there. It's not there. Let's try again to the same path. There we'll get it. Strange. Again these two are appeared, disappeared. So screen same issue. I think last time it appeared some inconsistencies are there. One thing we can do, let's try material ledger also. We'll create and see what will happen. The first one, assign currency types and define material ledger type. The transaction code is OMX2. This you can go to specifically in controlling module to the material ledger settings, or in deep we'll discuss later at the time. Now here in ledgers, whenever you are seeing your multiple valuation approaches, in multiple valuation approaches, In the basic settings, we have seen currency valuation profile assignment, this one. So under that, you have a material ledger settings, which are required to activate your currency and valuation profile. Not everything related to material ledger stuff we are doing, only the basic things which are required to activate your only currency and valuation profile. These three steps we will do here. One is assign currency types and define your material ledger type through OMX2. Here, the standard SAP has given currency types, sorry, material ledger type 0001 and 9000. Want we will create our own. Click on new entries, and material ledger type also I am giving same like your company code IN10, and description we can give material ledger for 3 valuations. And select IN10, double click on define individual characteristics. As you can see, the company code currency legal valuation, this is 10. We are doing legal valuation in company code currency. 10 plus 0, that is 10, is mandatory. Apart from, we can choose the valuations. The next one, give 12. This is profit center valuation in company code currency, 10 plus 2. And next one, group valuation in group currency, that is 31. Save it. Now here also the sequence is important. So in the material master, we want to appear first company code currency legal, company code currency profit center, then group currency group valuation. This sequence is a criteria important. Next, assign material ledger type to valuation area. It is OMX3. Click on new entries button, and we created a valuation areas PL01 is nothing but your plant, and then material ledger type we assign IN10, PL02, this is also, and still we have an error message here. You can save it, but we cannot activate. What's the error message? It is saying material ledger currencies are not allowed in FI, because still it is not assigned to GOL ledgers. Check material ledger settings. Here also how we have the 8 KEP currency and valuation profile. What are the consistencies are not there. Here we can check it. CKM9 transaction code. For example, your valuation area is PL01. What are the settings are not there, with respect to material ledger? Everywhere is a tick mark. No material ledger update structure found. One is activation is not there. Fine. These GL accounts we have not assigned. Fine. Reading ledger font. You can try one more. Can't I? Integration of controlling with financial accounting, and let's see.
Sir, have you already defined the ledgers for CO versions? Have you assigned it? Is that already done?
No, that's what we are getting error. Because the company code is not assigned to ledger 0L.
Hmm.
Once it could have there,
Version.
then we could have defined versions, and then further we could have proceeded successfully. By default, whenever we created our company code, that could have appeared under company code settings. Now we can see it's not there. Last time we have seen IN10 and 1000. Automatically it appeared. Means initially, in the last week also we have seen that is not there IN10. And suddenly it's appeared. Then now again it's disappeared. So some inconsistency is there with respect to company code 1000 and IN10. Or whenever we created company code, by default it should appear that was not happened since due to some inconsistency. Once I can see here IN10, then only I can create my version. Until unless system won't allow now.
But can we create here?
Hmm.
Can we add IN10?
That's not option is not there. We don't have assign option. It should come by default. That's the behavior. If I go, automatically it should appear here IN10. We cannot add. We'll see. We'll complete the settings. If not there, something we have to do. Otherwise, we need to create one more company code and we need to see once we create company code why it's not appearing under ledger CO. So this is respect to CO to FI. Generally, as of now, we talk about integration from FI to CO. Now we need to do integration from CO to FI. This is the new thing in S4. And this is not optional, it's a mandatory. We need to do integration of controlling with financial accounting because now in S4, your secondary cost element are also GL accounts. Whenever you do internal postings within the CO, if you are using secondary cost element, then it is resulting into FI module. So how it need to integrate with the FI module, how the documents need to be posted into FI from CO. Okay, the first step, define document types for postings in controlling. It's like same like your OBA 7, and if you want we can create our own document types. Here by default standard SAP has given the document type CO, and the same document type if we want we can use it. What is the specialty in document type CO which is given by standard SAP? That is the secondary costs. Additional account type is selected, it is allowed along with the GL account is there. If you don't want the GL account, only you can put secondary costs, that one. And And you can see one more, that is CC. This is generally used in case of cross company code CO transactions you are posting. These two documents are provided by SAP. If we want, we can use same. Otherwise, we can create our own. Next, define document type mapping variant for CO business transactions. Here, by default, SAP is giving you, I think this is the document type mapping variant. In the same way, if you want, you can use same, or we can create our own document type mapping variant. What does it mean? In CO, you have different business transactions, right? Last time we have seen at the time of assignment of number range, like coin, RKU3, RKU1. So you posted a CO document, for example, through RKU3 in CO, then that is resulting FI document. Then that FI document need to be posted with which document type? If it is a cross company code document type, what will be? So like that, for each and every CO business transaction type, we need to map the document type. Either you can use same document type, or if you want, you can go with a different document type. Generally, that much segregation is not required. We can go with the same document type. So if we want, we can create our own document type mapping variant, that is IN10. Click on new entries button. And in CO, what are the business transactions you are posting? Maybe one by one you can take it. It's better you can copy from the standard if you want. And then you can change your name. And if you want, you can do it this one. Okay. Or maybe for temporary purpose, let's keep something. RKU3, RKU2. And whenever we required, at that time we can do it. The same document type, standard, whatever is given that I am using. For cross company code purpose, it is document type CC. Like that, for each and every business transaction, we need to map what will be the document type we want to use it. Next, check and define default values for postings in controlling. Give company code, your one IN10, from which it is valid. Maybe we'll put start of the fiscal year 0101, not 01, 0104, 2020. And the default ledger group. If you don't enter a specific ledger group, suppose if you want to enter only 0L ledger, then the documents, whatever we post in CO, you do some internal business transaction like RKU3, RKU1, and then you use the secondary cost. So secondary cost also a FI. GL account, so it is posting, it is resulting one FI document. That FI document need to be posted in which ledger? If you have multiple ledgers in FI, still we don't have created any additional ledger apart from leading ledger, that is 0L. I want to update only in 0L, then you put only 0L. System doesn't update those FI documents which is resulting from CO in other ledgers. but I want to update in all ledgers. Then in that case, don't give any specific name. Then system will update in all ledgers. And what is the document type mapping variant you want to use? So from this system will find out the document type and it will update all ledgers. So I'm putting blank. Later we'll create some ledgers and then we'll see whether the CO to FI document, that FI document is posted in all ledgers or not. And next, define ledger for CO version. For this we need a CO versions already should be created, but that is not happened for us. Controlling area 10. Version is 0. Put ledger 0L. Okay. So here what we are saying, ledger from which your CO reads the actual data. Whenever you are transferring the data from FI to CO module, so the CO module will take the data, the actual data from which ledger. In controlling area IN10, you want to read this version 0, the actual values are reading. I have so many ledgers 0L, L1, L2, L3 like that. So whatever the amounts I posted in ledger 0L, that need to be passed on to the controlling area IN10. That's the information we are giving to SAP. And this is with respect to legal valuation. But we have group valuation and profit center valuation also. In case of profit center valuation or group valuation, which version you want to use? So here last time we tried 2 versions, unable to save it. If that could have saved, then the version V12 and then version 31, that also I want to read from same ledger 0L that you can assign, or if you want to read from any other ledger that you can give. But we don't have as of now that. Maybe once we create, again we need to come back this and then we can try to save. I entered the value, that's why it's saying. So now only the first one I am saving. Still we are getting company code IN10 is not assigned to ledger 0L. This is the actual issue. And these two are the transaction codes you can use. Again, same to check your consistency. What is the problem with respect to all ledgers? And then with respect to only for your company code, what is the problem is there? This T code will help you to see what is the inconsistency customizing settings. Actually, before posting the any business transaction, you can execute this and you can check it. If everything is fine, then you can go for posting the documents. The same, whatever it's showing, consistency check, execute consistency check with respect to general ledgers. With respect to our company code, we will see. Customizing underscore check. CONS. Company code is IN10. No valid combination of company code and ledger to check. Once we have a ledger, then only this transaction code can check for the inconsistencies. This we can try once, and then whether it will appear still or not, we can see. We are making active profit center accounting. Now I can see IN10. Let us try save. Come back and again try. Now we don't have our company code here, but problem with the company code 1000 still is there. 0L. Fiscal year variant is empty for ledger 0L company code. Now I can see our company code. For 1000 also, can we fix? That will be better. Fiscal year variant, calendar year, posting period variant, maybe I'm putting this one. Posting's already there. It means someone did something in for 1000 company code after. Okay, come out. No problem with our company code. Here I maintained at company code level 30 and 31 and 10 I maintained at global level. If you want, you can maintain here 11 also. Then we need to see first 11 is at which level. The 11 currency type is at global level. Then if you want to use somewhere 11, even though you are not using in your currency and valuation profile and your material ledger, but still, if we want, we can put currency type 11 that I want from document currency. Now we can try the versions. Will it allow now? Version 0 is already there with legal valuation. Now version 12 for profit center valuation. Double click on controlling area settings, transfer it, change the valuation to profit center valuation, actuals, variance, WIP, enter, and check the valuation. It is taking profit center valuation V12. And now try to save. Still we have error. It is saying still inconsistent. We'll try both at the same time. Now it's allowing. Might be we could have done at the same time. One, it's not allowing. If I put it here, no, I have to come out. Maybe initially whenever you are doing, you can try one time in the same way, which I did, like both at the same time, and see and let me know how it will behave before these settings itself. And now the versions are there, right? We can go back to integration of controlling with F5 and define ledger for CO version. Here for IN10 for version 0 to update the actual values in version 0 in controlling area IN10, we are taking the values from 0L. In the same way, in controlling area IN10 to update the actual values in version 12, from which ledger you want to take the values from 0L. As of now, we have only one. Press enter. Company and valuation profile is not active. So that means until unless we activate, we cannot assign it here. Otherwise, because once activate, then only system can change automatically for this profit center valuation, because we cannot input. So once we activate, then only we can do it. Otherwise, we cannot do. So we can put a precaution here first. Activate currency or valuation profile, and then assign other CO versions for group valuation or profit center valuation. For that, previously we have, right, if you go to parallel valuation, we created currency and valuation profile and assigned. And here at the time of activation, we have a 8 KEP. Through 8 KEP now you can check before activation, is there any error still? IN10 and select check activation. Here still we have error, that is material ledger is not active in valuation area. Last time we have seen the error message, right? That one, what is the issue that we need to check it? Check material ledger settings. The second one, assign material ledger type to valuation area. Remove it. Now we have the ledger 0L, right? Again try. Still we have the issue. What is the issue? If you click on the red color, we can see company code currency, ML currency type integrated in FI. 12 and 31, company code currency profit center valuation, and company code currency type 31 group valuation, ML currency type, but not FI currency type. So what it is saying, you are using in material ledger currency type 12 and 31. If you are using 12 and 31 in material ledger, whatever currency, maybe some other company they are using 11 or 32, then those currency types first should be available in your FI module. That means first we need to assign that to the company code these currency types. Then only you can assign it. Otherwise you cannot use in material ledger. Same, this error you will get. Or if you go to detail, the same it will tell. The currency is marked for a material ledger, but it is not in the FI. So how can you use directly in the material ledger without updating FI module? Okay, so whatever we want to use currency types in material ledger, that should be available in FI. So where can I do that one? Same, in ledger, define settings for ledgers and currency types. Go to your 0L, double click on company code settings, and you can see here company code currency type 10 is there and global currency 30 is there. The global currency is nothing but your controlling area currency, which I told you at the time of I think currency types, right? Here we discussed. To recap this one, these are the standard currency types we have in the SAP. If you need, you can configure your own currency type like 11, 31, 32, 12, like that we are doing. For ledger and company code combination, now this one, in ledger and company code combination. In ECC, we can use maximum 3 currencies, but here now SAP is supporting 10 currencies, right? Out of 10, we told 2 currencies are reserved. These are the 2 currencies are reserved. One is company code currency 10, and second one is global currency, is nothing but your controlling area currency. For controlling area currency, whenever we are creating, we are using currency type 30, is nothing but your global currency. The global currency, what we can say, client level, whatever we get the currency, the group currency we are using. Group currency 30, we are using as a controlling area currency. The same group currency 30 has become controlling area for currency for us. So that here in this screen, you cannot see it as a controlling area currency. That will appear with a description global currency. Global currency means is nothing but your controlling area currency. These two are reserved now. And apart from these two, now you can use 8 free currency types. Out of those 8, again it's a mandatory for us because we are using in material ledger 12 and 31. So out of your free currency types 8, 12 should be there and 31 should be there to sync with your material ledger, to align with your material ledger, to align with your currency and valuation profile. Then after that your choice, whatever you want you can use. For example, 11 I am not using in my material ledger and I am not using in my currency and valuation profile. Still, for some other purpose, if you want, you can use currency type 11. If you would have defined already currency type 11. Maybe later we'll see these 6 currency types. As of now, these two I am assigning. You are trying to add a new currency type for a combination of company code and ledger. Okay, fine. If no postings exist for this company code, so on so on it will tell. If transaction data already exists for the company code and you want to implement a new currency types, you need to do this using a currency introduction project. So this is the reason why I am activating now itself currency and valuation profile. Suppose we could have done ledger create as per your non-leading ledger and do some basic settings, post some documents, and then go to material ledger. At that time, if you activate currency and valuation profile, at that time if you decide 12 and 31, now this 12 and 31 is a mandatory, otherwise we cannot use material ledger. If you try to assign 12 and 31 after posting documents, what about the currency need to be translated to 12 and 31 for existing documents? So system is saying you need to follow a currency introduction project. Otherwise, the transaction data would become inconsistent. If you decide further currencies, you can use your entries and then start the currency introduction project. So we need to go how to migrate the existing documents to the new currency types, how to translate the existing data into the new currency types. That we need to do. Suppose it's not in my production system, maybe it's in the quality or development we are, by whatever be the reason I didn't activate first material ledger. I have already some documents, now I am going for material ledger activation. Then in that case, if it's not a production system, you can use transaction code OBR1, and through this you can delete your transaction data and master data. And I don't want to go for the currency introduction project, and I don't want to follow those steps which is suggested by SAP to migrate my existing data into new currency types. Delete everything through OBR1 and you can do it. Okay, so in our case, we don't have, nothing is posted as of now. Do you really want currency type 12 to company code ledger 0L? Yes. And the same way 31, yes. Save it. IN10, you have added a new currency type, IN10, and ledgers, whatever is there, that also is coming, seems that we need to take care. Fine, save it. Now if I see 0L, my company code is having this one, fine. Now we need to check other ledgers someone is created. For example, OC. That OC also our company code is assigned, but I don't want, because it's a test system, right? If it is a real time, you are only the owner and you created your own ledger, so many other ledgers will not appear in this screen. But it's a test system, by default your company code is assigning to other ledgers also. Later, whenever we create our ledger and the settings between all these ledgers are not in sync, we will face a problem. If it is a test system, immediately check all ledgers, and if your company code is existing or assigned to other ledgers which you don't want, that delete it. So I am removed my company code from ledger OC, and ledger OE is not there. Ledger 2L also not there. A1 also not there. A2 also not there. A3 also not there. Fine. Only we have in 0L, and I assigned other currency types which we want to use in currency and valuation profile and which you want to use in material ledger. Fine. Okay. So maybe tomorrow we'll see. Now will it allow material ledger, that error message, and currency and valuation profile will it allow to activate. Once those are done, we can do our own transactions whatever we want. Okay, that's all. If you want any doubt, you can ask. Okay, otherwise fine, you can close.